What's up, people? It's me, Arlene J. Ramsey, CEO and founder of Everyone Let's Talk, also your favorite self-wealth mentor. This segment, we will be discussing Nicki Minaj and other hip-hop female artists. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that new track, Looking Ass Niggas. You guys are going haywire all over it. But I just have a few questions for y'all. Since you talking about Nicki Minaj, I want to know, why did y'all let MC Lyte, Roxanne Shante, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, why did y'all let them go? Why did you let artists like that go, knowing that they were prevalent for our times? Those were the women who stood up for us and the brothers. They had everybody's back. And they was really spitting that fire, that truth, that revolutionary truth that we all needed. But y'all let them go. What happened? Oh, let me tell y'all what happened. See, those artists weren't sexy enough. See, male chauvinism showed its ass. They weren't sexy enough, so y'all let them go. Next up, we had Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina. What happened to them? What happened to them? Guess what? Male chauvinism showed his ass. Y'all let them go. I'm going to tell y'all, as per my opinion, Foxy Brown is one of the best freestyle MCs out there, and she's a female. One of the best freestylers out there. But y'all let her go. Lil' Kim, one of the dopest lyricists, female lyricists out there. Delivery was fire, but y'all let her go. Trina, she was okay. You know, Trina was a mixture, you know, between the two. She was okay. Oh, also, I forgot to talk about the Brat. The Brat was dope too, but y'all let her go. Again, it's male chauvinism. Y'all, you know, fellas are not really beat for having female MCs being just as nice as y'all, and you can't get a piece of that ass. So if they weren't sexy enough, like the first group of female rappers that came out, they were a little bit too hardcore. They were a little bit too butchy looking. They weren't feminists. Yeah, they didn't have that sex appeal enough. Y'all let them go. But the new era came in, and y'all still let them go because you couldn't get a piece of that ass. So it's either they had to be effing for that position, or they just couldn't be that nice and still be in the game. You let them go. What about Lauryn Hill? She last but not least. Y'all let Lauryn Hill go. And if you don't think that was male chauvinism, ask Wyclef Jean. Why y'all let Lauryn Hill go? But you sitting up here talking about Nicki Minaj. Let me tell you what Nicki did. She looked at all the female artists that I just mentioned and saw what hip-hop and those behind the scenes have done to female artists like that. And she said, I'm a open up a new lane. And I'm going to go in this direction right here. And I'm going to make sure I skate past all that male chauvinist bullshit. And trust me, for the, how can I say, the industry that I've been in and the industry that I am in now, male chauvinism plays a very important role as to how far a woman will go in any endeavor that she does. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, I don't care, and I'm being real. I don't care what anybody say about this recording right here, but I know based off of facts that I can sit here and be in the run-ins with a woman that's just as intelligent as me. But if she is not as good looking as I am, body is not like mine, but she's smart, y'all won't give her too much of a hard time. You'll let her go. But somebody that comes along that might look like me, or maybe look better than me as per your opinion, you're not going to really want to let her go, regardless of how smart she is, because you want a piece of that ass. So you're not going to say, you're just going to give her a hard time. The men going to give her a hard time, and the women are going to give her a hard time, because females are always envious of other women. So you have women that got to combat both men and females. That's a hard position for any woman that got the smarts and who look good, who's trying to be on top of her game, on top of that surfboard, that's a hard ass position for any woman to be in. Any woman to be in. But y'all sitting here talking about Nicki Minaj. And you know what killed me? Y'all don't talk about Lil Wayne and Rick Ross and them half as much as you do talk about Nicki Minaj. You guys set the tone. I don't condone some of the stuff that she talk about, because some of it you really gotta pick and choose through to catch on to the message of what she's saying. She's, you know, stuck in there. She happened to put herself in there with that bubblegum pop / hip hop thing, because that's what's gonna ride her out. That's her train out of poverty. Okay? Don't believe me? Look at Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Lauryn Hill, and all the other female artists that I mentioned before. Where they at? Where they at? Y'all talking about you miss female hip-hop artists. Talking about you miss Lauryn Hill, but y'all let her go. Nobody stepped to Wyclef Jean and say, okay, you know, why you not helping Lauryn Hill out? Why you giving Lauryn Hill a hard time? Because guess what? And I know people who know them. This is what I know. And I'm not even going to sit here and call any names. But I know he was envious of her. Because he wanted it to be all about him. See, when they was with the Fugees, it was all about Lauryn Hill. Because she spit that fire. On any track, it was about Lauryn. And I'm not saying Wyclef is not dope. But he's not as dope as Lauryn Hill. Sorry. He's not as dope as Lauryn Hill. Now when it comes to the other female artists like Lil Kim and Foxy Brown and them, yeah, they were running in the times when they were Mobb Deep, you know, LL Cool J, Jay-Z, DMX, all them rappers, definitely dope. All of them, them brothers are dope. All of them. So it was a nice little, oh, I forgot to mention Nas. You know, I don't want to get into missing out on anybody, but you guys get what I'm saying. When Lil Kim and them was running, the MCs that they were running with were all dope. They all spit fire. But my question is, where are they? Foxy Brown been trying to get back into the game, but y'all not cutting her any slack. Why? What she got to prove? She don't have to prove anything. You know, you give her a dope track and give her some time to be creative, and it's a wrap. That record is going to sell. It will sell. Same thing with Lil Kim. But no. Then the other problem we have is the masses are either incapable of thinking critically, refuse to think critically, or don't want to. It happens every day. Just try having a serious conversation with somebody and see where that gets you. They don't want to be around you because they consider you to be a headache. Because you like having deep conversations. You like peeling back the layers and peeking into shit. And people don't want to use their mind to that capacity. People don't want to build their critical thinking skills. That's the reason why this bubblegum bullshit rapping is surviving. That is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of what you want to listen to. Because if you don't like it, you wouldn't buy it. And they wouldn't be surviving. Think I'm lying? Go Google up Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj. Google up all their net worth. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Google their net worth. And then look at the time of which they've started. Not, forget Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne been in the game forever. I'm not going to say forever, but he's been in the game since the late 90s with Juvenile and them. So let's forget him. But let's talk about all the other artists like Rick Ross and Nicki Minaj. Google up their net worth. And you'll see what I'm talking about. They just started in this game, what, not even 10 years? And peaked their net worth. I'm quite sure they're investing in some things, but also they're getting that money from record sales. They're getting that money from touring. They're getting that money from hopping on everybody's track. Everybody want them on the track because you know what? They're fire. That's what y'all want to hear. But you sitting here talking about Nicki Minaj. And then this is the other thing that killed me. You haven't had a conversation with her. You don't know why she chose to put Malcolm X's picture on the cover of that album or the cover of that single. Alright people, I'm back. I left off talking about that Malcolm X cover, that Malcolm X photo that she chose to use for the the single cover. This is how I look at it, because you guys automatically put her in the category as disrespecting Malcolm X. And before you accuse her of that, you would have to ask yourself, why would she want to disrespect Malcolm X of all people? Why? But I get it. The name of the track is called Looking Ass Nigga. And in that picture, you see him looking with the gun. And you automatically assume that she will be talking about him. No, see, this is how I look at it. And, you know, I'm not thinking for her or anything, but I'm going to just show y'all a different way of thinking. I'm thinking that that picture is reflective of how she actually feel about the type of people that she was talking about in that track. See, you guys get it confused because you think niggas all had his color skin. No. See, in my mind, a nigga is an ignorant person, and it doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter. If you're ignorant, you're irrational, you're unable to be logical, reasonable, and all of that, you are a nigga. So, in that picture, he was ready for those looking ass people. Those people from back in the day that was squatting on your house, blowing up your house, bombing your house, shooting after your kids. You know what I'm talking about. You know that picture. You know what era, that time. You know that time. You know what it was. So that picture is reflective of how she feel about people like that. So the people he was looking at are to have the same type of mentality as the people that she's rapping about in that track, Looking Ass Nigga. Because basically what she's saying in that track is you're not really trying to do anything to elevate yourself. But those who are elevating themselves, in your mind, you want to tear them down by any means necessary. Regardless if you're a man and she's a woman. And I've seen it. Fellas, don't sit here and try to lie and say it doesn't happen. Yes, it does. Male chauvinism. You got this, and this is not for all men, but a man's mentality cannot take a woman who's smart and on her game, because that means that you won't be able to get the pussy easy. And pardon my language on this recording. As I said previously, I can care less what anybody say about this recording because it's the truth. Anytime a woman is on her game, you guys start getting vexed. You start getting antsy because that's one less woman that you can get easy. But here's my question to you. There's so many women out there that you can get for easy. So many that's just dropping their pants and panties left and right because they think they have no other option. Why is it that you feel that you have to bring down the one who knows better? You give us a hard time. A hard time. If it's not sex, it's you coming around, you trying to use up our brain juices for your own good, and then when you're done, you want to throw us to the side like an old sponge. No. That's not happening, partner. So, you know, her way of thinking from listening to some of her lyrics is she's going to play this little field right here and she's going to skate on by. But let me tell y'all something. If you think Nicki Minaj is bubble gum, that's your business. But if you want to know more about her, I suggest you listen to some of her old stuff. Before she was, you know, a signed artist, listen to some of the old stuff. And if you want to hear Nicki Minaj do better, I suggest the industry start changing up. Y'all start switching up. Switch up and get back to those old ethics. When y'all get back to that old ethics, that old type of message, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about old songs, but we're saying old ethics, old integrity, old honor, old respect. When you get back to that, that's when you're going to start seeing that. And again, I'm not saying that I condone that, because I will not put myself in that predicament. But let me tell you something. For a person who wants to hold on to their righteousness, it's a hard fight. And some of us don't make it. Some of us don't make it. Time sneaks up. We get tired. We get drained. We get dragged out. Or we fall out of the game. But I'm going to tell you one thing though. I am not falling out the game. That's just not going to happen. I'm a fucking fighter. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But sometimes when I see situations like this, and I see the world talking, some people in the world talking, it brings that fight out of me. It brings that beast out of me that's always been there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You part of the reason why this shit is happening. You're part of the reason why it's happening. The lyrics you want to listen to, you buy. You buy it. That's why it's here. That's why it's lasting. You want to hear it. So knock it off. Shh. Shut the fuck up. And I rarely talk like this. I rarely talk like this. But again, I like to bring things, keep things in perspective. And again, I hate having to bring up the fact that I'm metaphysical, but I have to bring that up because we have to get back to the root where it all started. All female artists weren't like Nicki Minaj. They weren't. They weren't. And all that goes on behind the scenes, women, females having to get in videos and things they got to do to get in video. Who are the managers? Who are the people that are looking for women to be in videos? It's all men. It's all men. And those are the things that you guys do. For the woman who said, "No, I'm not doing that," guess what? She can't be in the video. Well, we don't want you in the video. Oh yeah. But then y'all be the first to talk about a chick because she's showing this, that, and the third. But the woman who says she don't want to do that, but she want a little shine, you don't give her no shine. You don't give it to her. And guess what? You don't even have to give it to her because she's that nice where you don't got to give her nothing. You put her in front of the camera and she's gone. But you don't want to give her that chance because she's not showing no skin. She's not getting on her knees in the praying mantis position. She's not laying on her back. Please trust me, I'm one of those women that go through that. And trust when I tell you, I'm not doing none of that shit to get to where I have to go in life. I don't have to. I got the skills, I have the brain, I have the know-how. And if I don't know how, my brain is going to help me find a way to learn how. I don't need to do all of that. I don't need to do all of that. So fellas, before you start downing on a woman or downing on women like Nicki Minaj, start thinking about yourself and the role you play into why females like Nicki Minaj exist. And females, you do the same. Y'all just stupid. Y'all just jump on the bandwagon and you just envious of women. So any woman that get any attention, you throwing daggers at her. Y'all just retarded. And I hate to talk in that type of way, but it's retarded. But this is the truth, and you need to hear it. You need to hear it. Because you help add on extra stress that a person don't need. And you without even knowing the bigger picture, without knowing the reason why. Man, I'm off this. I might have something for you guys later on in the week, okay? Peace.